Hello. You may be wondering, this is a weird game to be playing out of nowhere. Prepare your ears.
Sega.
Ah! Ow! My soul. I don't know why that's so loud. Anyway, yeah, I originally wasn't gonna do this game. I was having some trouble recording, Star Wars, Dark Forces 2. And, yeah, I haven't fixed that yet. Had some problems with OBS. Still working it out. Mostly trying to get the will to go back through those 4 levels I played through. Yeah, that hurt. Anyway. I was gonna play Bolt Gun, actually. Because at the time of recording, that comes out in, like, 2 weeks. And then I looked into it and found out, oh, apparently Bolt Gun is a midquel between Space Marine and Space Marine 2. Which means, plot-wise, if I'm gonna play Bolt Gun, I need to play Space Marine first. Which means that I'm also gonna have to play Space Marine 2, because you can't just leave things unfinished. Don't say it. Now, this game doesn't really have a plot, per se. We'll get into it. The plot that's there is good, if you can find it. Now, prepare for awesome. Yeah. This game gets right into it immediately. I'm not really sure why online is locked off. Because I've done the multiplayer mode before, by myself, because I don't play anything multiplayer. But, yeah. Something I love about this game right off the bat. What you're seeing right now, this is the game! Everything you need to know about it is right here on the main menu. You don't like this immediately, it's not going to get any better from here. It's going to get faster, but oh, that's a shame. Just pretend you didn't see that. So yeah, we're starting a new campaign. Here are the difficulties. Easy. It's pretty much what you expect. Normal. Again, pretty much what you expect. And hard. I'm actually going to be struggling a bit on normal, so I'm not even going to consider playing this on hard. Frankly, I'm not very good at this game. Shocking, I know. If you're new to Warhammer 40k, I do not recommend this game to you, because it's not going to tell you anything. Unless you, like, don't care about the plot, then I highly recommend it. What is the plot of this game? British people good, green people bad. You big spaceman, go kill! That is the entire plot of Warhammer 40k Space Marine. I'm only slightly exaggerating. Now, if you're paying attention, you'll notice that's a giant robot. There's a giant robot on this planet. That is the only reason that the entire planet is not being wiped clean of life. Again, not exaggerating. Exterminatus? No, because giant, huge robot. So, all logical solutions to the green tide problem is to send in specifically the Ultramarines. The Ultramarines are both the most popular and widely despised of any faction in Warhammer 40k. You're not gonna find out from playing this game why. If you're really curious, okay, basically they're, it comes down to a few things. Number one, favoritism from the company. And number two, especially number two, a certain writer by the name of Matt Ward. Basically, if you didn't like Rey in the Star Wars sequels, you will hate the Ultramarines, as written by Matt Ward. Also the Grey Knights, but we're not going to talk about the Grey Knights. So yeah, the Orks. There are space Orks. They're a big problem. As in, they can turn an entire planet basically to a fungal-ridden ash in days.
The Forge World's forces, and they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned Orks. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machines.
These three guys are the only ones who are being sent to deal with it.
Report.
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We are losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. We find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer Jove returning to launch bay.
That is exactly what you think it is. Again, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't love this game already,
This is your plan.
You just don't like fun.
Out the gun battery.
It's just that simple.
Go home already, Sergeant.
Not before having a word or two with the Orks.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
The Codex Astartes, aka the Blueberry Boy Scout Manual. It's an important thing. Don't ask me to explain it. It would take days. Suffice it to say, parts of it are really useful. A lot of it is not. Titus here is a big enough dick to know when to ignore it. Just flatly. You're going to be seeing a lot of superhero landings. And that right there, that is the average Space Marine knife. You'll notice that it looks like a long sword. For those of you who don't know what a Space Marine is, imagine Captain America if he were like 8 feet tall. That's basically a Space Marine. A Space Marine. Now here's the big draw of this game. Super graphic murder of Cockney people. I don't know why the Orks are Cockney, they just are. There's also gunplay, that's important too.
Space Marines to kill! Smash those Space Marines!
It is entirely optional to kill him using that, but it's much faster. You do have to shoot it though, because otherwise you can't progress. When possible, go for headshots. They're much faster. Except for these guys. I think they're snotlings? I don't actually remember. Gretchens, maybe? Yeah, I think they're Gretchens. There it is. Of course, sprint is the obvious button. Ow!
Space Marines, kill him!
And yeah, the point of super graphic murder is that it regenerates your health. Suck it, Doom guy. Yeah, it can get a little glitchy sometimes. This game was unfortunately a budget title. I say unfortunately because it's actually kind of super addictive. It starts out slow. Yes, this is slow. That guy?
Get off my ship, Space Marine!
That is an average Ork war boss. Yes, he's called a war boss. Uh-oh. Run away from the grenades.
Space Marines to kill!
If you think War Boss is bad, wait till you see the knobs. Yes, I'm dead serious. And now we get introduced to our combo system. Combos are important. You're not going to be seeing me pull off many of them.
Shoot those humans!
Why are we killing green people? Well, I mean, they're there, aren't they? They're filthy, filthy Xenos. Of course we're going to kill them. And now to do an awesome. The Orks will not stop firing on the fact that they're Orks, and they're really just happy to be shooting things. Don't worry, they'll be fine. So you know that part where Captain America falls off of stuff and, like, crashes into the ground using a shield to somehow transfer the impact? That ain't Titus. As every Space Marine knows, your face is your shield. Once again, I'm not kidding. This is as deadly serious of an LP as you're ever gonna see. I'm not sure how to make jokes about 40k. The joke's kinda just there. Right in your face, right immediately. Flopping around. See, the worst thing about these Orks is, when Orks die, they kind of explode spores everywhere. So in a couple hours, there's going to be about 10,000 more just from those two. So, you may have noticed that there's, like, rivets.
Titus, come in. Damned Orcs shot me off course. I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up Vox chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading toward the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
So you may have noticed there's, like, rivets in Titus's head. Yeah, for some reason, the Space Marine, like medal that they get for length of service is they put a literal bolt into your skull. That just seems like a bad idea to me. Anyway, point is, that means that apparently Titus here has been serving for 200 years. I don't know at what point they stopped putting bolts into your skull, because yeah, I know at least one who's been around for like 1400, and his entire face is not made of bolts. You may be wondering, what was the point of that? Well, audio logs.
Workers, assemble.
That's Chapter 2.
I've encountered unexpected.
This is Chapter 2.
Assemble.
Caleb, there you are. The Shiring brothers are saying we're under attack.
The brothers are idiots, Lilith.
They saw rocks in the sky.
Xenos? Here? Damned unlikely.
Yeah, you're not going to be seeing pretty much any more of those, on the grounds that, once I start them, I have to sit there and wait for them, and none of them are important. What the hell is this thing?
Access
This thing
authorized. The Emperor
is, reinforcements. This here is the standard bolter. The .998 Godwin pattern bolter is the characteristic Space Marine battle rifle, firing self-propelled, explosive-tipped rounds. Essentially, it's a rapid-fire grenade launcher.
This way, boys.
This is probably my favorite weapon in the game, because it does exactly what it's supposed to. It shoots real good. Those Orks want it, 'cause that's a big shooter.
Kill him!
Come and get me, Space.
So yeah, as I previously mentioned, there's a lot of Orks here.
Shoot those humans!
As in more than we could ever kill with just our bare hands or bolter. But we're still gonna wipe this place clean of green life. How? I don't know.
Captain, destroy them!
It really seems like it shouldn't be as easy as we make it seem, but it is.
They come this way. They got no.
That's just kind of the Ultramarine experience. Don't try to understand it. According to Orc logic, it works because blue is a lucky color.
Kill them, spice.
And when Orcs around, just trust in Orc logic. Oh, I thought there was more ammo there. So yeah, I honestly don't blame you if you check out now, because this is going to be the majority of the game. Just stand, shoot, and stab. Lots and lots of stab. Things are going to be slow for a while, and then you start getting the cool stuff. Eh.
Leandros, are you wounded?
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I look to its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself, Leandros.
Yeah, know what else the Codex Astartes doesn't warn about? Not wearing a helmet. Maybe, just maybe, it's not the be-all, end-all of military strategy. Just saying.
Fine, cover you lot.
Yeah, the Gretchens, they die in one hit from basically anything. If you sneeze on them too hard, they'll die. Why do the Orcs have goblins?
Cannon, Captain.
Why wouldn't they?
Jonas picked up local.
They are also a type of Orc, apparently.
Survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how.
Well, my guess is they, like, use guns.
Firing. Keep firing!
I will never understand how exactly you stab someone hard enough to explode them. One day, perhaps I shall master this technique. Perhaps. Yeah, saving the guardsmen, entirely optional. And indeed, pointless.
Come and get me!
We're gonna do it anyway.
The Adeptus Astartes are here. The Emperor's Angels of Death fight with us.
The Space Marine!
Sorry that the guns don't sound super impactful. I've actually got the sound effects and the music turned way down, because otherwise you would be deaf within, like, 2 hours.
My lord, you have saved us.
Right.
Yes, what we do.
You saved yourselves. We thought you did.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, guardsmen. We rendezvous with Sidonis, then we find this lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
So yeah, if there are any
upper level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond that.
Okay. If there are any British people watching this, could you maybe explain something to me? Why do you pronounce it lieutenant?
A few hundred against 1 million orcs. They fight on.
What?
There's no F?
Get off! My legs. I can't feel my legs.
I got to see a space marine before the end.
God, Emperor. Watch over those who fight in your name.
Yeah, this is a pretty common scene for the Imperial Guard. Their lives suck. Anyway, yeah, well, why do you pronounce it Lieutenant? There's no F.
Captain.
And everyone I've asked just kind of tells me that that's how it's pronounced, and they don't explain why. And I can't sleep at night over it.
Be met. Despite alien incursions, delinquency is an affront to the machine.
Oh look, more green people. So yeah, orcs. Part of the reason that we're going to be killing so many is, not just because this is a shooter and that's what you do, but, orcs are the comic relief faction of 40k. So, they die by the trillions everywhere.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
So yeah, from the sounds of it, there's like
counted the orc
plot happening. Don't worry, there's not.
That was the orc ship I saw crash near here, I take it. Did he survive?
If the Horde hasn't turned on itself, it's still under his control.
Meet the chainsword. You will never see the combat knife again, because we have a chainsaw sword. It's really powerful, especially against fungus. Yeah, the stun attack also does damage. Just be mindful of that. Oh man, that's not the one I wanted. Here it is! That's what we came here for.
Who managed to kill? Tax border!
Yeah, this game was made by Relic, so, expect there to be several hundred extremely gruesome execution moves per weapon. Why? Because that's just Relic's thing, I guess. If you're not familiar, they're the ones who did the excellent Dawn of War series. And they may have also done Dawn of War 3, but let's not hold that against them. Ah. I don't know what's wrong with my camera sensitivity right now.
Target that squig!
See that? That is also a type of orc. I don't know what an orc is anymore. I just keep shooting until I run out of ammo. Yeah, the bomb squig. Squigs are extremely multi-purpose, and also stupid. Like, even by orc standards. Thing is, they're also multi-purpose for me.
Look out! Drop ships!
Be very careful, though. There's a few places where squigs can actually get the drop on you and kill you, because there'll be like 5 of them. And when they explode, you'll take damage from all 5 of them exploding in your face. I knew it. I knew it would be as soon as I turned around. Don't worry about Gretchens. They are no threat to anyone. Even your average guardsman can beat a Gretchen to death with their bare hands. That said, a friend of mine actually did manage to get absolutely torn apart by a Gretchen, by 3 Gretchens once in a Rogue Trader game. I think he managed to hit them once and didn't do any damage. Meanwhile, I was dueling an orc to the death by myself, and it never hit me a single time. His luck is bad. Something you may have just noticed there. Uh-oh. Something you may have noticed there is, I was doing my execution to get more health, and I was still taking damage. Be mindful of that. That's not a bug. That is very intentional. I need to grab some ammo. Grenade use is very intuitive in this game. You just hit a button and it goes exactly where you're aiming. No need to calculate any kind of, like, distance or drop. Just point and shoot, and then keep shooting more. Why? You're a space marine. Don't ask questions. Just kill. This guy is actually threatening.
Time for you to die!
See? Luckily, I phased through that solid matter right there. Kill, 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 kill!
One less knob in my way!
And yeah, that was an orc knob.
Space Marines. We thought we were done for.
Where is your commander, Guardsman?
Inside, but the door is sealed.
I believe they will let us through. Imperial Guard! We are Ultramarines. Open this door.
Oh, and quick thing. You see how, I cut that orc's head off?
Marines.
If you sew that back on, he'll be fine. If you sew someone else's head back on, like another orc, that orc will be fine.
Word from the second recce. Another horde.
Don't ask how that works.
In the south. Damn Gretchen stuck a knife in Saul's throat some nights ago.
You had a friend get killed by a Gretchen? Oh man, that's sad.
Reinforce their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
If your friend gets killed by a Gretchen, do yourself a favor. Disassociate yourself.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Why aren't your eyes purple?
Of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10.
Once again, this is a pretty common sight for the Guard.
An assault, and as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
No! Really? I hadn't noticed. I know you're like... I know you're like half my size, but could you like pick up the pace, please? That's stuff to do. Orcs to kill.
Genetic scan complete.
Why do you have this? How did this get in here?
Right.
We just got a purity seal. It's that thing on that I'd never noticed actually appears on your armor.
Only that our troops were sent to guard the Titan in
This gives us murder rage.
Jackets. But that was 2 weeks ago, and we've lost contact with them.
We need to reach that Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex. It leads directly to the western gates of the Manufactorum.
Cool. Bye. Yeah, your sprint can get cut off pretty easily.
Bloody Forge World and not a single tech priest in sight.
I don't think the field manual is going to help you, bro. Yeah, if you want to see something hilarious, look up the Imperial Guardsman's Uplifting Primer.
Digger! Digger!
Pull the damn firing line!
Ah, that's the good stuff. What am I doing? Grenade. That's a lot of orcs. I'd say they were stuffed in there like a clown car, but, yeah, orcs actually can do that. You may be thinking that, we've got, like, pretty much all the arsenal you're gonna see. You're very wrong. We're only just getting started. Just wait till we get to a to another jump pack section. Except this time it's playable.
Move, move, move! We need those damn medipacks!
Grenade, and boom. What? You may be asking yourself, if the bolter is basically a rapid-fire grenade launcher, why do we also have grenades? That's because a Space Marine's grenades are roughly the size of your head.
Kill 'em all!
One of these days, I'm gonna get that to not glitch out. Because that is actually a really awesome and brutal execution when it works. Not today! Right through the grundle. Ah, that's a shame. Don't feel too bad about the guardsmen getting blown up by their own artillery. That happens all the time. Hell, for the Kriegsmen, that's just modus operandi. Get back. Yep, we have a turret section. Luckily, though, it's a Halo. It's a Halo 2 type of turret section where you can rip it off and run around with it. And yeah, I highly recommend doing that whenever you find a heavy bolter emplacement. It reduces the ammo to limited, but this thing is so powerful. Oh hey, I got an achievable.
The Orks hold the trenches beyond the ruins and the battlements beyond that.
And the gun battery?
The Orks took it almost as soon as we got here, nearly 2 weeks ago. Our unit was the only one to make landfall before they gained control.
Okay, that's nice, but how'd you get here ahead of me?
Past the gun.
You have secret human tunnels that I don't know about? That is the one downside to the heavy bolter, though. You will burn through ammo. Much like your righteous fury shall burn through the heretic and Xenos. Oh look! More upgrade! Don't need that anymore.
Weapons authorization confirmed. Access granted.
And here we have the most useless weapon in the game. The Stalker Bolter. This game kind of treats it like you're swapping attachments, but, I don't think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be separate weapons. And even if they're not, I don't think a Space Marine, as badass as they are, would have the technical training to do that, unless they're a tech Marine.
We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't.
For some reason, we don't have one of those.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. You will get your reinforcements.
I'll hold you to that, Captain.
So yeah, Stalker Bolter. Why do I hate it? It's a sniper rifle.
We're heading back to the command post, Captain. Good luck.
You may have noticed that there hasn't been any kind of long-range combat.
Injured workers should seek.
That's really not going to change. This is about the longest range we're going to be at for the entire game. As you can see, the bolter is pretty accurate.
Orks on the high ground.
Get me, Space Marine!
And my aim sensitivity is a bit too high to make a sniper rifle viable. Oh, something to make note of. Did you hear that? This game is actually really nice to you by giving your gun a different sound when it needs to be reloaded.
Cannon to base!
Just so that you have a little bit of extra awareness. Because things can get pretty hectic, particularly later. Like, mid to late game. And you're not going to have time to look down to see how much ammo you have. Unless you're a spaz like me and you're always watching it even while you're actively murdering.
Kill them Space Marines!
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll die some other way. He'll probably fall his dumb ass off the wall and land right on his head. Yeah, a lot of orc problems will work themselves out if you just kind of ignore them. Uh-oh. Please be more ammo. Damn it. I'm gonna leave that there because I'm full up on grenades and may need to come back for them. I probably won't. There's like no backtrack in this game. Like, ever. It's great. And also bad.
Kill the spot!
Once we get through these battlements, we will use the breach caused by the rock to enter the gun fortress.
Race for Orc charge!
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what a rock is. Is it like the mythological bird? I thought that was spelled with a C. Is it an orc thing? That would explain why it's spelled with a K, because they don't use C's. Or consonants. So, you may be wondering, I have 330 bolter rounds. What's the maximum ammo capacity? I don't know, because I'm never gonna hit it. Oh! I didn't think that would actually work! I don't think I've ever actually destroyed those before. And that right there, that is the best of the, I think it's 3 hits. Yeah, that is the best of the stuns. Because that hits everybody around you. And it can actually stun even, like, mini-bosses.
It's a fight now!
There it is! Ah.
Space Marine!
Just topping myself off. The early game combat can get pretty monotonous, but trust me, it will pick up. Oh, maybe 330 is the max.
Look at these cables.
They must be powering Orc contraptions across the battlefield.
Maybe.
Captain,
Probably.
assault pods were dropped in this area.
Remember what I said about the jump pack? Yeah, the jetpack is just a jump pack, because if you try to use it as a jetpack, it will burn up and kill you. Some Marines can use it longer than others, depending on the pattern. Jump pack unlocked. Unfortunately, this is a lie. It's not actually unlocked, we only use it for specific areas. While, hold A to fire the jump pack, which, may have actually taken away my dodge. I don't think so, but maybe. While in flight, tap X to blast to the ground, killing or stunning most enemy targets. By most, it means, all except, like, 1 or 2 kinds of enemies in the entire game. Ranged weapons are limited to the bolt pistol and bolter while wearing jump pack. This is also a lie, but only because we haven't been introduced to the other weapons.
Down here.
And really, would you want to use the stalker in this scenario? Ow. On the off chance that you can tolerate Fallout 4, there's actually a really good Fallout 4 mod for Space Marine armor, and it includes jump pack, and it's so satisfying. Ow. Yeah, suck it, Cap. Captain Titus's superhero landings kill everyone around him. Except the environment, for some reason. So, about submarines being able to use jump packs better than others, the Ultramarines aren't the only kind of Space Marine. They're what is referred to as a chapter, which is a specific type of Space Marine in groups of 1,000. The Ultramarines are... I want to say it's the 11th? There's a lot of lore to it. Point is, they all stem from legions. And I think the Ultramarines were the 11th Legion. Now they're the only chapter that matters. Okay, I'm exaggerating a bit. It's gotten better in recent years. In particular, the Dark Angels were a major focus recently. They're actually one of my favorite chapters. Check out the Orks of Omen books. They're really, really, really good. Don't check them out if you're not at least somewhat familiar with Warhammer, because you will be extremely lost. If you want to get familiar, I don't know, The Infinite and the Divine, just because it's really funny, and you not knowing anything won't really impact your ability to appreciate it. Maybe the was it Creed? Is it Commissar Creed? Kind of? What the hell was his name? I'm showing a bit of my ignorance here, because I'm actually not super big on Warhammer myself. Uh-oh. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ow. Yeah, those rocket launchers, spelled rock-it, they hurt. They hurt a lot. Whee!
There we go!
Unfortunately, I think we're at the end of the jump pack section. We're not going to see it again for a while. I love how bored Titus sounds with his war cry there. What is it? Still something there? No? Okay.
Here is the rock at last.
Uh-oh. Yep, there it is.
No room for that jump pack, Captain.
I mean, I could at least keep wearing it.
Right into the gun fortress.
I can keep wearing it, just like not use it. Maybe shove an orc's head in the thruster. Come on. Now, while I haven't talked about things that I like about this game, there is a fair bit not to, like its obvious budget nature. And, it gets pretty monotonous. I'm going to be playing this somewhat sporadically, just because, well, you've seen pretty much everything the game has to offer, just without the various levels of escalation. Ow. Just kind of walked right off that edge without even noticing it. When things escalate, they do get significantly more entertaining. But, this game also isn't
this fortress is
long.
With orcs. Clearing this place will take days.
Those guardsmen cannot survive that long. We find a way to destroy the gun.
We're actually coming up on what I think is the hardest section in the entire game, like, imminently. What's this?
Space Marine recognized.
Okay.
Access to experimental vengeance.
Here we have, probably the best weapon in the game. You're not going to see it much.
That sounds promising.
Okay, best may not be the right word. It is very good. It's a straight-up grenade launcher. It'll turn entire groups of orcs into jelly in a single shot. You're not gonna see it much just because ammo is scarce for it.
Medicaid facility should expect.
Why can't I use that?
regarding removal of deceased persons.
Get me a bigger shooter!
And yeah, what that orc just said, the orcs do in fact call guns shooters. And the orcs think that a bigger gun is a better gun. And because of the way orcs work, they're right.
Access granted.
Yeah, fun thing about orcs, if enough orcs are around and they think something works one way, it does. Why can't I get that?
Lockdown in effect.
Look here, Captain. Melter charges.
Put those in the right place, and this whole fortress will come down.
We could put the charge on one of the gun's shells.
Leandros, you do the chapter proud.
Gimme, gimme, gimme!
Releasing safeguards.
Crush the...
Remember
This is an Imperium manufactorum. There are no safeguards. These are people who think that an orc infestation is not a reason to stop work. Again, not a joke.
Space Marines! Takes more than that to kill an orc!
You know, Titus looking just kind of bored there as he viciously murders a green person. I don't think that's a bug or like shoddy workmanship or anything. No, I'm pretty sure that is just how most Space Marines feel, because sooner or later you just get kind of numb to all the graphic violence. And they do this for centuries. In the theocratic monarchy of the Imperium of Man, the Space Marines are basically warrior monks. Now imagine being a warrior monk who is also immortal and only has, like, I think 45 minutes a day of free time. Sooner or later, the violence is just going to be zen.
Below.
And you will feel that playing this game. You will reach a level of zen where the carnage and gore become just tranquil.
Access restricted to upper decks.
So guys, read anything good lately? Read any good non-Codex books? Good talk. Get him! Get back here!
Time to die, humans!
There! Finally! Uh-oh.
Smash those Space Marines!
Yeah, you can't. As far as I know, once the squid gets close enough to roar at you, you can't dodge far enough back to not take damage. Luckily, it is like an expanding sphere of damage when they explode. So the further away you are, the less you take.
Come and get me, Space Marine!
Once again, excellent sound design.
Space Marines!
Oh, wasn't close enough. But yeah, you immediately know when a squig is in the area, simply because of the sound they make. Where? See, that is deadly. One squig blowing up right against you is enough to drop your shields. The second one will take out most of your health.
Time to...
Uh-oh. Sorry, some things actually do require focus.
Shell into that loader.
And those guys can be dangerous. Oh.
There. I will place the charge on that shell.
I don't think you need to tell them that.
Now to move the shell into place.
Yeah. We are going to manually push this. This isn't just because he's wearing power armor. Space Marines are that freakishly strong. Like an average one can pick up a small bus.
All loaded, Captain.
With luck, the Orks will feed it right into the gun's chamber.
We cannot rely on luck for this, Sir Donis. We follow the shell up and make sure it reaches its destination.
Aye. Now back to the lift.
Oh, we gotta go back? Okay. Naturally, all of the Orks will be back. They're sort of like Tusken Raiders. Even after you kill them, they return, and in greater numbers.
Something.
Who said that? Get behind the shadow of death. You know what? I'm gonna cut you some slack because you're missing an eye.
Get behind something.
Yep.
We seem to have annoyed them.
Space Marine takes more than that!
Ow. Oh. That nearly got me. Finish him. Oh!
One of the knobs!
That couldn't have been pleasant.
Keep clear. This is not a drill.
So, eat any good Orks lately? Hear any good canticles?
Firing now.
Life of the party, you lot. Life of the party. Why is that not actually refilling my ammo? How to remember, is this a grenade launcher or a shotgun? I actually don't remember. Might as well test it out.
Time to die!
It's a grenade launcher. And you detonate it by reloading. I didn't remember that. Because I never used the Vengeance launcher. Because I never used grenade launchers in anything.
More humans to kill!
Heal me, green thing.
Humans to kill! Space Marine!
Delicious, cheesy cover. Man, the shift from your camera being restricted by sprinting to not is fucking jarring. It is instantaneous. Huh. I think that was the Vengeance launcher. Huh? I don't think I've ever found this. Well, that was,
Firing.
Unhelpful. Okay, I think that means that's where we need to go. So, let's look around here for ammo first. Yeah, technically, we're supposed to be looking for, like, audio logs and stuff, but, no. Because they don't matter. So, I was talking to a tech priest the other day, and he said that my armor needs to stop getting clogged with so much blood. And I asked him why it was clogged with so many other fluids that aren't oil.
Is the
I don't have a joke there. Just talking to tech priests is boring. That is the joke.
Authorization Astartes Ultra. The Emperor be with you, Space Marine.
And we just got an upgrade to our Fury. Don't worry, I will be using Fury mode. In fact, I'll be using it fairly imminently. Sorry, I had to stretch for a second there. Fury mode, yeah. Fury now allows you to enter marksman mode. Time slows down, allowing you to place shots with lethal precision. This one's honestly not as useful as Fury mode by itself, which is just do big damage and not die. Here it is, the section that I consider the hardest in the entire game.
There's our shell. The Orks have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
For firing sequence.
I'm gonna be quiet for this section because I actually do need to focus. Because this, as you can see, he doesn't push very quickly.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Things aren't too bad yet, but just trust me, they will be.
Shell loading.
You hear them? That was where I learned to fear squigs. Because if even like half of them get to you, just pause the game, reload your save, you're done.
Time to die!
Get him. There it is. Yeah, the knob kills get a little repetitive. Because there's only like 2 per weapon. I've actually never seen what happens if you kill him with a combat knife. I wonder if anybody has ever not taken the chainsword to find that out. Because why would you not take the chainsword? It's a chain sword.
Firing sequence in progress.
Good boy, Leandros.
In place.
Now get back to work.
We'd be better off seeing this fortress detonate from the outside.
Agreed. Find an exit.
Yeah, there's a slight possibility of that.
Alarm. Severe structural damage.
Or not.
The guardsmen will get their supplies now.
Good for them. I, however, am going to call this video here, because they actually be going on for a while. It doesn't feel like it, because it doesn't feel like we've done much, but I think we're like a third of the way through the game now. See what I mean when I said budget title? The price does not reflect that. Do not buy this game full price, because the anniversary the anniversary edition came out like last year. And it's $60 on Steam. Don't do that. Wait for a sale. I do recommend you get this game, but wait for a sale. Until next time, and I do hope to see you again next time, take care.